Okay, well, welcome you guys. Love, love, love that you are on here tonight with us. We appreciate you being on here. I know you had plenty of things you could have done, but Michelle and I are excited to share with you everything that our community has to offer. I invited Anthony tonight, and I'm like thinking he just knows a little smidgen. And so we love that we're in this community and we've learned so much. And we want to share that, whether you take little bits from it or not, that's up to you, but it's so good. It's so good. So we named this Add More Good. Add more good to your life like we have. So my family has grown up basically with the Juice Plus community. And here they are at the top. We've got an Army son, we've got a 14-year-old daughter, my husband and I, Hurley and Bobby in the middle, and then Matthew. And this is when they were little, And so this is just to show you that I've been through it all trying to feed everybody. And it's difficult. And our oldest son over here, Matthew, he had learning issues and developmental delays. So we've also had to use alternative health a lot. So just to say that I've learned a lot through raising those children. And so, there's a lot that goes into being healthier. There's some lifestyle things like exercise, sleep, managing your stress, which is so important nowadays, drinking water, using safer products, and eating real food. Well, tonight we're going to dig down into eating real food because we really know, after being in this community for so long and seeing people that we've helped, that food is the answer. And then we're going to drill down even farther already to say fruits and vegetables is really the foundation of better health. So most diseases are preventable with that good nutrition. So we're going to talk about fruits and vegetables right away. And then we're going to share how we've added more good through different things that we've implemented to get plant foods every single day. Because it's really, really hard to get 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And the preferable way would be vine ripened, right? Raw, and a whole variety, not just the same ones we eat every day, right? But a whole variety of all the colors of the rainbow because they all do different things. So 7, I hate to disappoint you, but that's for children. So it's really 9 to 13 servings that we need to have. So why so many? Produce is picked early, we're not eating the variety, and things like that. It's transported many miles. Well, I want to make sure every time I speak to anyone that they know 2 different things about fruits and vegetables. Actually, there's so many more, but the 2 main things is first, antioxidants. Fruits and vegetables are antioxidants. They combat oxidative stress. So just like this apple, when you slice an apple, we kind of automatically do what happens in our body. We use an antioxidant to combat that oxidative stress so then it doesn't get as brown, right? Have you ever done that? Hopefully. And so then, if you're packing lunch for your kids or something, they don't have brown apples, right? So the lemon is the antioxidant. Well, in our bodies, we have a form of oxidative stress, and we actually have a mutated oxidant cell. I mean, not a cell. Oh, I can't say it, but mutagenic oxidants that are hitting on your good cells, 10,000 oxidative hits a day, okay, on all your trillions of cells. So we have to have those antioxidants to combat that. If we don't, then that's what causes earlier aging. We're all aging, but I want to slow the aging process. I'm now in my 50s and I am feeling better than ever. So I want to stay feeling better than ever. And so we want to slow that aging process. So it helps slow the aging process and it helps reduce mutated cells and DNA so that we don't get diseases. So fruits and vegetables are super important for that. And then they provide vitamins and minerals. A lot of people think, oh, I'm not eating good, right? We've heard that before. So they take a vitamin. Okay, so vitamins, just so you know, only contain about 30 different isolated nutrients, some vitamins, some minerals. But in an apple, there's 10,000. And in every single fruit or vegetable that you see in the produce section, they each have 10,000 different nutrients. So you want to eat a variety of fruits and vegetables to get all those nutrients. When you have a bunch of fruits and vegetables, you're having hundreds of thousands of nutrients, where a vitamin, you're only having 30. Okay. So I hope that made sense. And so, a lot of people turn to vitamins, but we don't actually have a vitamin deficiency. We have a whole food deficiency. We're not eating enough whole foods. And research actually shows that isolated vitamins may do more harm than good. And if you need that copy of that article, let us know, okay? And there's lots of articles, but we have one in particular. So Time Magazine says the news isn't that fruits and vegetables are good for you, it's that they're so good they could save your life. So sometimes you see people who are diagnosed with something, what do they automatically do? They're trying to get that minimum. Remember, the 9 to 13 or 7 to 13, that's a minimum. Now, we want to have optimal health, I would assume. I know I do, but I'm not a perfect eater, so I do want to have optimal health, but I don't necessarily want to eat beets. Anyway, so a lot of people turn to juicing to get so many fruits and vegetables in their body. And that is why, because they know the power of fruits and vegetables. Here's the American Cancer Society poster. This was one of the first things I learned about. That's why this looks a little old. As far as marketing for the American Cancer Society, it is a little old, but the one before that said, watch for fast growing moles and irregular looking moles, stop smoking, things like that. But then they turned to eat more fruits and vegetables. That's how you can actually reduce your risk of cancer. Any disease process you look up, they're going to say eat more fruits and vegetables. Well, I was never a healthy eater. I was a McDonald's and M&M and Coca-Cola and anything that came in front of me eater. And so I'm so thankful that my friend introduced me to Juice Plus. This is my before picture up at the top. You could tell I was not as healthy, let's just say, as the bottom picture, which is 8 years later. So it's a pregnancy at age 40 at the bottom, 32 at the top. And I just had made a lot of simple changes over time that we're going to share with you. And it really caused reduced inflammation in my body, which I think you could see, and just healthier, you can kind of see health. So what is Juice Plus? It adds nutrition from 30 fruits, vegetables, and berries to your diet every single day. So it's like you actually ate them. They're pulverized, they're vine ripened, they're raw, they're not genetically modified. There's no herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, things like that. And so it's an easy way to have a healthy habit every single day. And it's done wonders for me. I automatically got more time out of my day because I wasn't as tired. I got rid of bumps on the backs of my arms, tops of my legs. It really was nutrition that was doing that, or lack of nutrition. And I started to have less allergies, just more energy, and just overall health. No more antibiotics, hacking coughs, things like that. And so that was my very first, quote, simple change. Okay, and I'm going to let Michelle tell you about hers, which is the same. Here you go.
So it was a presentation a lot like this over 10 years ago that I got an opportunity to listen to, and it totally changed my thought process when it came to nutrition and health. And so I was just so thankful the day I met Sharon. We were total strangers. We met outside of our gym, and she just happened to share with me Juice Plus. We had several things we were talking about, like degrees and kids. And then she mentioned Juice Plus. And I was like, you know what? I'm really curious about that because I had seen it at my holistic pediatrician's office for 3 years with my kids every time we went. And I had also seen it at another doctor's office just a few weeks earlier. So when she told me it was just fruits and vegetables and gummies and capsules, like my mind was blown. I was like, how did I not know about this? So me and my family have been incorporating this for 10 and a half years now. My son was 14 months old when I started on it. And to say his health was like not that good is it was just bad. He was constantly sick. He was a super picky eater, would not eat anything that was a vegetable at all. And we would have to put a vaporizer in his room at night to make sure he could breathe because he struggled to breathe at night. He was just so congested and full of mucus. And so we started on Juice Plus when he was 14 months. Within 2 months, the changes I saw occur, it was like mind blowing. I couldn't even believe it. So around the same time, we had given up dairy because Sharon, very wise, has said, maybe you should take dairy out of his diet also. So by the time he was 16 months, this little boy was picking up full like broccoli florets and eating them. Oh my gosh, that was like incredible. The next day he was eating cabbage. He hadn't been sick the entire time. He had started on Juice Plus. The snotty nose and runny nose that he used to have all the time was no longer there. It was just like, oh my goodness. I just saw him transform right before my eyes. And it was because we introduced Juice Plus and some other simple changes. And now he's 11 years old, about to be 12. He's like the healthiest kid. Yes, that is him. He projectile vomited like for the first 9 years, 9 months of his life. So he was always crying and sick and oh, his poor face. But today he's super healthy and vibrant. He plays so many different sports. He just finished tackle football. He plays flag football. He's trying out for track. I mean, he does it all. It's crazy. But it just goes to show what happens when you start to get like really good nutrition in your family's bodies, because he was the most noticeable change, but our entire family saw changes all along the way. So there goes my son and my daughter. Of course, they're in workout gear. They're always on the field. My daughter plays travel soccer. And so this has been just our safety belt for the past 10 and a half years. And you'll get to hear how we have a program called Healthy Starts for Families, where our company provides this for free. It truly has been one of the best gifts that this company could have given me to be able to afford this. Because when I first heard of Juice Plus, I was not working, but it was a great way for me to be able to get this nutrition into their bodies through that program. And so what is next? Show me the next. Oh, I'm gonna turn it back over to Sharon. I think she skipped
Okay.
over one of my pictures, but it's all good.
I did. It's the one with me and you. That's okay.
Oh yeah, we've been riding this wave for several years now, so we have so many
Right.
pictures together.
I know. That was just like for fun. Okay, so that was our both of our first simple change. The first thing we really heard about that we're like, oh my gosh, fruits and vegetables in a capsule or a gummy. The second thing, and I started this right away. I think Michelle did. She has some what is it? What would you call it? Sensory motor issues with like put in. I can't even talk tonight.
I have food texture
Putting
issues, so
right
I was a
food
little
texture
nervous.
issues. But now she loves it. She'll tell you about it. But anyway, this was my second change, the complete shake. And my friend was just so convincing when she told me about Juice Plus and the shake that I got both. And so the shake has been a godsend. I mean, I use it all the time. I used it even tonight before this presentation. It really keeps your blood sugar stable. It's always something that you can go and get out of, make really quick out of the refrigerator, or we make a big one in the morning and then we just kind of reblend it and add more ingredients through the day and we kind of use it. And so this is a way to get even more plants in your body. So really the key to better health is add more plants to your body. So we're adding more good each simple change that we make. And this is a way to just add like 15 more plants, okay? So it's got things in it that I would never eat. If you gave it to me on a plate, I mean, I'm pretty picky. So broccoli sprouts, radish sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, chickpea powder, millet, quinoa, amaranth, pea protein, rice protein, water wash soy, which is non-genetically modified. It's the healthier like edamame, and mushrooms, which is for vitamin D. So it has so many great things and we love it so much all day long. We'll show you some pictures. Go ahead, Michelle.
So this was the program I was referring to earlier. So our company is just amazing in the fact that they allow our children to participate in something called the Healthy Starts for Families, where we sponsor a child to get Juice Plus for free for up to 4 years if there's an adult taking it. So my kids have been a part of this. You can see my son was like 3 years old here with the smoothies. We love making smoothies. That's my daughter holding the shake with the gummies. And we're always using the shake either as a breakfast or a pre-workout or post-workout meal. Like I said, both my kids are athletes. I'm a fitness queen too. So it's like the easiest meal that you can have. You hear people say fast food, like these shakes are seriously fast food. My daughter makes her own like blueberry, vanilla, and peanut butter concoction. I love the chocolate now, so I'm like a chocolate peanut butter. My son, he will drink anyone. Like he doesn't even care. It's like you make a shake, he'll drink it. So it's just been awesome to have this. They love the gummies. My daughter is now wearing braces, so she's not eating the gummies as much. She will suck on them, but she's taking the capsules. And so it's just the easiest thing I know we do all day to get in a lot of nutrition. And that's how we start our
Right.
day, which is just awesome.
It's a great healthy habit. And that's what I did with my kids too. And so there's a picture of me and I'm like Michelle, I love chocolate peanut butter. So here's like some of the things that I've always added to my smoothies. You can do it however you want. You could do it with a shaker cup or whatever, but it's just a healthy lifestyle for the kids. And then it's also satisfied my sweet tooth and Doug's apparently. He's on here too. And so I'll make this every once in a while. There's lots of things you can make with the complete smoothie mix too. It's vegan and gluten free, which is nice, and it tastes so good. So here are some things that we've made in our family, just like a peach shake, chocolate shake, some bowls. You know how there's that acai bowl? I don't really like the taste of that. I love making a bowl at home. It doesn't cost $10 either. And so anyway, it's just fun. We have recipe books for that. And then here are just some of the things we mentioned. And then also the complete bars. We have a couple of bars. I use these also with exercise because sometimes I play like 3 hours of racquetball and I'll just go out and take a couple bites and it kind of holds me over and gives me more energy. And so during tournaments, I use the bars. You can see Doug here. He obviously loves the shake. My Army boy loves the shake. He requested it when he got stationed in Hawaii. And my other one who works at Publix, he drinks a shake like twice a day. So we are all about the complete shake and the bars. We wouldn't do without either one. Now, guess what? We're getting a new smoothie mix or shake mix. We're not really sure, but it's we haven't got it yet. It was just released. I've already ordered it. It's called Perform. So that's all about more protein for athletes and less fiber actually, so it's not sitting on people's stomach, I guess, during workouts. And so it's supposed to help with recovery. I know it helps with B vitamins, things like that, which I've been using some of the ingredients which helps supply B vitamins, and it's the ingredients that are in this Perform. So I'm really excited to get my hands on this. It's on its way, and we're going to be able to release that to customers in December. All right, I think it's December 15th. Well, I know that I have eaten everything on that side on the left, not all in one sitting, thank goodness. And same with on the right. I've eaten some of those and not all in one sitting either. So Juice Plus is just to bridge the gap between what we most likely eat every once in a while, and also the good stuff we only eat every once in a while. So the fruits, vegetables, berry blend capsules we told you about, that's the micronutrients. That's like the oil in the car. You don't really want to change the oil. You don't want to mess with the oil, but you have to, or else you're going to burn the engine. That's the same with fruits and vegetables. We need fruits and vegetables so badly to prevent disease. And then the complete shake is the macronutrients, like what's my next good meal, or what's my at least one really good meal a day. That's why it's called complete. It has a great amino acid profile, a full complete meal. And so that's been great. And then Michelle's going to tell us about this orange one that we kind of ignored till now. She's going to tell you about that.
Yes. So the omegas were introduced about 5 years ago. And it's so funny because I didn't realize, but they say that around 90% of people are deficient in omegas. And when I was a little girl, my mom used to line us up to take fish oil because, that's really good for like omega-6s, I believe, or omega-3s. And so our company, everything is plant-based. They decided to skip the fish and go directly to plants to get the sources of omegas. And so we have a full spectrum omega. And as you can see, it's good for heart, brain, joints, eyes. Is 100% plant-based. It's sustainable because now we're no longer going after the fish. And I hear you have to kill a lot of fish to get like the oils from fish. They're going directly to what the fish eat, which is the plant algae. And you're getting a full spectrum. Now, I started on the omegas about 4 years ago. And it's crazy because I'm now in my mid 40s. But when I was in my 30s, because I've been doing this since my mid 30s, I was told, hey, when you hit 40, your vision is going to go worse. You're going to have issues. You're going to need those glasses that have the, I don't know, all that stuff on it. But my vision has improved every year until this past year. I did my eye test and my vision is to where it was in high school. High school was when I first started wearing glasses, and my vision's not that bad, but for it to improve year after year, and the omegas were the only thing I added around 4 years ago, that is like huge. And I didn't even realize omegas were good for eyes until our company shared the education behind them. So I thought that was like humongous, that now my vision is back to high school. And that just speaks volumes, right? When we're giving our bodies the right things, then our bodies perform really well. And so this is what drew me to Juice Plus. Honestly, I grew up taking a vitamin. My mom was like, you are a picky eater. You need to take vitamins. And I thought vitamins were helping me bridge the gap, didn't even scratch the surface. So what I love about Juice Plus is not a multivitamin, it's actually food. It's the food. They took out the water, the sugar, and the salt, and they're left with that concentrated powder, which they then put in capsules or gummies. It has a food label. So we're not taxed if you're in Florida because it has a food label. We don't get taxed on food here. It's made with non-GMO ingredients. It's vegan, kosher, dairy, and gluten-free. I mean, it has all these labels that when I first heard of it 10 and a half years ago, I was like, why would I care about gluten-free? Why would I care about dairy-free? Not realizing how those things cause issues in the body. Like our company has been around for over 25 years. They've always been that way. So they've been really forward thinking in what they have put in this product. And it just shows in how you feel when you see the research, which I love the research too. We're also NSF certified, which is a nonprofit third-party organization that makes sure that what's in the product is on the label. But not only that, they make sure what's in the was in the product is not harmful or no contaminants. So they make sure there's no heavy metals, there's no herbicides or pesticides used on any of the fruits and vegetables that are in Juice Plus. And this is why Olympian athletes and athletic teams take Juice Plus. They can take it because we have that NSF certification. It's like a really high standard of quality. So that is awesome. And then we are the most researched nutritional product in the world. Incredible. They decided back then they didn't want to just have testimonials. They want to have actual evidence and proof to show that Juice Plus actually does these things in the body, right? It acts as if we were eating all those fruits and vegetables. And I'm always impressed by the universities and the hospitals that have conducted research on Juice Plus. Like I'm always blown away whenever I see Yale University. Like that's huge. I know that UF is a huge research center, even though me and Sharon went to Florida State. We know that UF is a fantastic school. They've done research. Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center, they did research on cancer patients, like huge guys. They've done studies on pregnant women. So that just shows how safe it is all around the board. They even did a study on adolescent boys that were pre-diabetic, huge. So the research really just was over the top. I was like, okay, I don't think any of my multivitamins ever had research. I was sold. And so here are some of the results that you can see that happen when you are taking Juice Plus. It contributes to cardiovascular wellness, which I don't know about you, but I always thought that to achieve cardiovascular wellness, you had to be working out. Like I thought cardio is what gives you cardiovascular wellness. Had no idea. Plants helped you improve your cardiovascular wellness. It supports a healthy inflammatory response, healthy lung function, healthier skin and gums. A lot of people always say like us Juice Plus people have a healthy glow. There's just something about our skin. I don't know. It's probably all those like amazing phytochemicals and nutrients that are in it that just it shows on the outside. It reduces oxidative stress, which Sharon talked about earlier. If you don't remember anything, remember oxidative stress. You want to minimize that. So it's doing all these good things that you see here. And I love that Dr. Du Bois says there's nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. So that's huge. That's a huge statement.
I love it. That's what really attracted me. There were only 3 studies when I started 22 years ago, believe it or not. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, I've seen all the studies come out and learned from them. It's amazing what fruits and vegetables can do in your body. Unfortunately, we don't really eat enough fruits and vegetables, so that's why Juice Plus just makes perfect sense. Okay, and then we also have always said eat more fruits and vegetables, so this is something else that has added more good to our lives. It's a way to grow your own vegetables and herbs and some fruits, some kale, some, all different things. And Doug and I have really enjoyed this. I use Doug a lot in my slides. He is here too, because this has been a journey for us to better health, and we're having a lot of fun growing our own. This is a hydroponic, aeroponic system of growing that uses less water. I think it's just so, quote, green, less space. It's just like three feet in diameter, more yield from it, and 3 times faster. There's been a study done, and it's safe and nutritious. So if you want to know more about that, please ask the person who invited you. It's so much fun. It's like part of your entertainment budget too, or your self-care, because you're growing live things that you get excited about, and you take pictures of them and share them, because it's like having another baby. You put it on the internet and you're like, look what I've grown. So the tower garden, I can't say enough about that. That is a hydroponic, aeroponic, vertical system of growing like 28 to 32 different plants, all with the same nutrients, and it all comes with the tower garden when you order it. It's so great. And here's Michelle's kids. I'm just going to go ahead and skip that because I'm just going to show them. They're just so, or this is all Chance.
It's all
Chance,
chance.
Chance went on a big journey to better health. We took him on it. It's like, come on, Chance.
He
Oh my
loves it.
goodness. Yes. And so there are all these different ways to get healthy, the micronutrients, the macronutrients, and you can grow your own. And then we have resources for healthy living. You can get with the person. I think I saw in the chat, Michelle, did you see that? Somebody wants the cookbook. We need to check the chat and make sure. I think this might have been your slide. You go ahead and tell them about our awesome community.
Yeah, so someone did mention they want the recipe book for the shake because we do
Okay.
offer
Yeah,
that too.
I
But
love it.
this community is like no other, guys. Not only do you get to just learn so many things that will help to support your health journey and your family's health journey, but there's so many resources available. We have all these different, you see these cookbooks and guides, and we even have things for the kids. We have a shred program that if you're someone who wants to take it to the next level, we have a guide for that. And then we have like talks by doctors, like highly recognized doctors and professionals that know about nutrition that are all available to you. And then we also have our customer group that you can join. And right this month, we're doing a Crocktober event where we've been sharing a crock pot or Instapot recipe every day to just get those creative juices pumping, right? Where you can eat healthy and have support doing it. And then we all do it together. So we link arms, and it's more fun when you have a buddy in this journey with you.
Yeah, lots of buddies. So we want you just to eat better, not necessarily less.
Mhm.
It's just a matter of eating the right foods. So Juice Plus is affordable. For the trio blend, it's $2.50 a day, and you can get it free for children ages 4 to 18. And then the complete shake is $2.33 a serving. I always say, I wish I would have had that in college. I was really counting my money back then. Oh, what can I do for a meal for like $2? That's the complete. And over time, over on the right, it says sometimes we spend $4 or more just for this, like some kind of yummy coffee blend, which I do love. And then $1 a day for the Omega. The Tower Garden ends up being like $1.75 a day. I went ahead and divided that price just so you see these are all very affordable, and the company wants to make it affordable. So they send the product to you and then only charge you on installments, which is interest free. The company has a heart. They are amazing. They want to get Juice Plus and the Tower Garden into families, bodies and yards. And so good nutrition equals results. We don't know what kind of results you might get with this good concentrated nutrition. I like to think of it as concentrated nutrition. because it's something you do every single day, and it's all those different variety. Like the greens are good for the iron, good for calcium. The purples are good for the brain, good for circulation. The reds are good for something else, like prostate and all these different things. You need a variety. And actually, for those people who are on Juice Plus, go ahead and write in the chat, maybe just what you've seen happen for you or your family in the chat, for those people who are just looking on, so that they can say, oh yeah, this this is really affecting so many people. I know for me, doing this for 22 years, I've seen thousands of people who have had great results, and we don't know what they might be for you, but we know that you're going to get awesome, awesome results. So we're going to take a moment just to transition. If you have thought of anyone who you might want to share this with, and you might also want to offset your costs, then we invite you to stay on. But if you just wanted to hear about our different products, and also the free things that we give out, our Facebook group, things like that, just reach out to the person who invited you and say, I want that cookbook, I want to be in the group, I want to hear from the doctors, whatever it is you want, I want to be in the shred. We're going to do a December detox, which is kind of fun. It's cranberry and lemon and apple cider vinegar. That's in December in our customer group. And then in November, we're going to have all gratefulness, right? So anyway, it's a fun group. And so let us know if you want to be in there. We're going to transition now to just talking about how we got involved with each other, because we met in a parking lot and now we're like the best of friends. And that's what this community does. And so we share with other people Juice Plus. So if you want to share with other people, possibly stay on. Otherwise, we invite you to go. And so we're going to continue. Okay, so the company's mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. And that is a really awesome mission, and they're really good at it. And what we do is we're making our own health journey changes, and we're adding more good, or we're having simple hacks that we change out ingredients to just have healthier lifestyle. If we know better, we could do better. If we know there's a better whatever, we're going to choose the better whatever, right? So that's what we do in our community. Oh shoot, I forgot. I forgot that. Okay, well, I'm just skipping to this. So Michelle, I'll let you go ahead and share just how awesome this has been for you and I, and then we'll get into the nuggets of it.
Yeah, so it's been 10 and a half years, like I mentioned earlier, that I first heard of Juice Plus. And not only was I just like blown away by the products, but I was just like, you know what, I'm going to share this too, because I couldn't stop telling my friends and family about it. And they were like, well, if you do that, I want to get some from you. So that's pretty much how things got started. I had a friend who was a doctor, and she pretty much was like, Michelle, I am going to do this because I'm telling my family about this. So she pretty much like had me sign up. And it was one of the best decisions I can say I have made, because at the time we're in a time in history, right, where so many things are going on in the world, in the country. And back in 2008, the same kind of things were happening. So when I first heard of Juice Plus, I was still reeling from the recession of 2008. And my family was in financial distress. I was looking for a way to create some income, but still be at home because my children were so young. And, this came at the perfect time. And it was truly an answer to my prayers, because I wanted to be able to create income while being at home. And what was a very, scarcity kind of mind. Like I came from where everything was in scarcity because we were on a strict budget. I hadn't been working for over a year. Has turned more into abundance now over this time. I've been able to be home with my children for 10 and a half years. I never even imagined this part. I always thought I'd have to go back to work, but I've been able to contribute now to our household with this additional income I've been able to make. And you would not believe the amount of tax breaks you get when you have a stay-at-home business. I mean, that in itself is just a blessing. And then the additional income that's being created and the freedom that you have. And there's just so many perks, and the people that you get to do life with, incredible. I mean, you're just surrounded by so much positivity, where I come from an IT background. I worked in IT for over 10 years. And let me tell you, people will like trample on you to get to the top, right? And that's not how it is here. Here, everyone's helping you to rise up. And just to be your best self. So it's truly been a gift having this business and getting to work with Sharon and so many others. It's just incredible. And the money made is icing on the cake.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure, and what I told Michelle when I met her was that I like to help other mommies be able to stay home with their kids, but not just stay home, but create a significant income. So I have loved being home. I kind of had to be home at first because I had two boys in a row, but then I loved being home and helping people build their businesses and answer questions for them, and just because I had gone before them, I had a lot of the answers and all of the struggles and things like that. And I used to be a high school guidance counselor. So I went to be a high school guidance counselor so that I could be home with my kids part time. But then it kind of all just worked out where I was able to share Juice Plus and be home with the kids and also get it to the point where I didn't have to go back to work when my kids went to kindergarten. So that was awesome. There's so many dreams that have been realized. This is my latest dream board. We make dream boards all the time where we're like, okay, fantasize. What do you want out of your life? It doesn't have to be the way you think it might have to be. Let's create your ideal life. And so these are just a few of my things that I put on one of my dream boards. We have like 4 or 5 going at this point because it's been 22 years. Oh my goodness. But the company wants you to dream. And actually, that was the vision statement of our founder and president. I mean, what kind of president is that to say, I want you guys to dream? How amazing is that? So it says, our mission has been to inspire healthy living around the world and to build a stable and lasting company that helps as many people as possible realize their dreams. We have been able to realize a lot of dreams. My husband now is able to be home also and have this ideal life. It's so amazing. And the company has been around for 50 years, and they really have created something that's been stable and lasting. And here are some of our team members. Like Michelle said, there's nothing like it. We just have so much fun, and we're there. We've got each other's backs. We're encouraging each other all along the way. So what's great about Juice Plus? What makes it unique? There are other products on the market, and I'm sure you've seen one that is a copycat on TV. It's like so irritating. So we overcome that because we have research behind us. We also know that we're not allowed to have testimonials that don't coincide with research. And so our company has a lot of integrity, and we have a food label. We have children getting Juice Plus for free, where a lot of times products might say you can't even use it for children or pregnancy. And we have the opposite happening with us. So we've got that NSF certification where a third party comes in and makes sure. So we're pretty bulletproof. If somebody really wants to learn about Juice Plus and wants to have that belief that it is going to work for them, we have everything they need. Whether we have to go to the biochemist or what, we get those answers for them. Mostly it's all proven with research, product specific research. Our thousands of doctors recommend Juice Plus, and then we learn from those doctors. They give lectures, and we're like on the inside loop of what the cutting edge information is. So it's really awesome. Juice Plus is the largest selling nutritional product of its kind in the world. And we are in over 24 countries now, and it's pretty amazing. We were founded in 1970, and we're a part of the wellness industry, which continues to increase. And we've had over $15 billion in sales since inception.
So I just want to add in too how we heard this weekend, we were at our company's conference, and they said over 2 million children have received Juice Plus for free over the years. Over 2 million, that's huge. So what I love about this business, there's so many different things to love, but first of all, look at the cost to be a part of this. It's only $52 to be a part of $1 billion company, right? That's incredible. You get to work wherever you want, anywhere in the world. Even if you were to leave the United States, you can work from your computer and still do this business in the countries where we're located. And we're located in over 25 countries, and we're still expanding at this point. We have a very small product line, which is great for me because I just like to have those key things that I use every day. I don't need a catalog of anything. I just want those key things. I'm not high maintenance, and it makes it so easy to share the things that we love. Residual income, who doesn't want that? I think over the past was almost 2 years now, we've been in a pandemic, right? If you didn't know what residual income was before the pandemic, I'm sure you know what it is now, and everyone wants to make supplemental income. So it's definitely a good thing to have. We see people doing Ubers and like Grubhub and those different things. Well, this is something you can do from home, not having to leave your house. They take care of inventory and overhead, and they support all the background stuff where they're processing orders and taking the credit card information. We don't have to do that. It's part-time or full-time. There's people that I have on my team that I work with, they work full-time jobs. They're in professional businesses, or they're teachers, or in the medical field, or owning gyms, and they do this part-time. And then we have those of us that do it full-time. So it's definitely whatever you want it to be. There's never any pressure, and there's really no limit to what you can do and how much you can make. And then our commission levels, which I've never been a part of another network marketing business, but the one that we have here is that you would never lose the level at which you achieve. Even if, things happen in life and you disappear for a while, when you come back, you get to be at that same level that you achieved before you left. So that is incredible. And I love that you also get a full benefits package when you get to the highest level of the business. And there's even a moderate benefits package for those who make it right below that highest level.
Right. And Michelle knows that because she's one little step away from that. And she's already eligible for those benefits. Thank you, Michelle. Awesome. Well, the Juice Plus company, not only are they inspiring healthy living around the world, they internally love the saying inspiring healthy giving. So they give back a lot. They give back to St. Jude's in Memphis. They give to the Boys and Girls Club. They give to Volunteers of America, and you can read what they're giving. I mean, it's amazing what they do. And so what do? We share and we change lives. We share as we live life. We just might say a one-liner to somebody, and if they're interested, then we give them a video, or we invite them to an event. We might share on social media, just our healthy lifestyle. We're not spamming selly things on social media, but we all are on a health journey. So we might just show how we're making our shake or our hummus or whatever, or what we're excited about, what we just learned through education, or anything like that. So we send that information and we follow up. So really we share our excitement or what made sense to us. We share some kind of education, because really our product is all about education, understanding that we all need a lot of fruits and vegetables and plants. This is an easy way to do it. And so anyway, then we follow up and see and help them to get started. The amount of Juice Plus earnings that we make is a direct reflection of the number of people that we help. So it's really a great helping business. And here are some things people have said. I would love for the people who are actually on here, who are within the Juice Plus community, maybe you could write what you love about being part of the Juice Plus company or community. So this lady says, there's a community of like-minded people who support me. This one says, I get paid to share my story, be myself. I mean, there are so many awesome stories. Be myself and connect with people in a real way. I'm partnering with a 50-year-old company that's stable and innovative. I mean, how about that Tower Garden? This person says, I get to be a stay-at-home parent and contribute to our household income. That's me and Michelle for sure. And this one says, I found an exciting new career and all the tools for success are available. Yes, this is a virtual franchise, so there's a system in place, and we would love to help you make a difference, cover a car payment, enjoy more time, and give back. Those are some of the types of things that we've been able to do. So we encourage you to ask us any questions, things like that. We're going to be on here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording. Michelle, any last words before I do that?
No, I say if you're curious or if this has piqued your interest, definitely take a good look at this, because it can be life-changing.
Absolutely. Changed our lives. I know that.